Johnny is asking, hey, Ash, is this a unicorn or are we going to continue to have lower prices? So I was asking everybody if they were green or red on the week because I had a second question to ask you right after that. And the question is it's a risk management question. For all the individuals that are green on the week, are you willing to risk that hard-earned money? Are you willing to risk that green that you just completed on another trade today? Yes or no? Are you willing to risk that hard-earned work for another trade today? Yes or no? Because in my opinion, sometimes it doesn't matter what's on the screen. I mean, I don't know how many times I've said it here with you all, but risk management is the number one priority. So on days like today, right? It's Friday. It's the end of the month. We have a 3-day weekend coming up, right? If you're in the position of you're already green on the week, are you really willing to hand that back, right? Do you want to go into the weekend all pissed off because you just hand back your hard work that you completed this week? Or can you deal with the delayed gratification? Can you be patient? Can you just wait? Can you understand that it doesn't matter what's on the screen, that risk management is the number one priority? Right? Because the only reason why you would go back in is because you have some kind of need or some kind of want for more. Instead of thinking that risk management is the number one priority. Okay? In my opinion, I would rather just go into the weekend green, right? That way I'm enjoying the weekend. That way I'm happy. And, when I'm going to spend time with friends or family, I'm not all pissed off that I'm a good time, right? Same exact thing goes for if you're red on the week. Okay? Same exact thing goes for red on the week. Right? If you're in a funded account and you've taken a loss today, are you going to tilt because you've taken a loss that you become so infuriated that you go back in and you dig the hole even deeper? Right? Like, do you want to go into the weekend blowing your funded account, or do you want to survive another day? This is going to make the difference right here. There will always be another opportunity. Okay? Always choose risk management over any type of feeling or need for money. Overtrading is not acceptable. Oversizing is not acceptable. If you can't understand that taking losses is a part of this game, and if you can't efficiently react to taking a loss, you're going to keep blowing up, right? And blowing up, that's usually how you come into this business and then leave the next day because you've blown up. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the results, and that's what I'm trying to point to here. What matters is the logic that you provide to your decision making. You have to always put sound logic into your decision making. You have to choose to survive another day, then having that intrusive thought of, I need to make that money back. Right? So let's take a look. For example, we can, this might not be a unicorn anyways. Maybe it is on ES. All right, so here you go. Now I'm going to explain that logic within price action, right? Because everybody knows that I trade the unicorn model. And we have a bullish unicorn right here, right? Breaker block. Here's the low. Here's the high. Here's the new low. Here's the new high. Okay. We have an FVG right in here as well. So this is, in fact, a bullish unicorn on the 1-minute chart. Okay. So there is an entry function that is present. Now let's put that logic that I'm talking about on the screen. Okay. for the individual that's saying, I need to make that money back, let's see if they actually make that money back, or let's see if this ends up being a stop loss. Let's see that result now, right? Hopefully we get a result during my segment. We don't know if we will or won't, but this is in fact a bullish unicorn, right? So all those individuals looking for a reversal, this is something that I would trade if I didn't already make my decision in terms of risk management, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not willing to take this trade because I'd rather just go into the weekend, right? It doesn't matter what's on the screen. Risk management is more important than that. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see if that logic is good logic or not. Let's see what happens on the screen. Let's see if, right, this is a long position. This is the type of entry that I would take. Let's see if it goes to stop loss or take profit, right? Here's the stop loss right here. Here's the take profit right here. It's provided multiple entries in here, and it's providing another entry now. So let's see if it's better to just be patient instead of trying to make the money back, deciding that risk management is more important than that, therefore not taking this trade because I'd rather go into the weekend happy and healthy compared to taking another trade. Let's see if that's good logic or not. What do you all think? Let's see what your decision would be. Looks pretty 50-50. All right. Well, in my opinion, risk management is the number one priority at all times. And it doesn't matter what's on the screen, right? It does not matter what's on the screen. I would rather go into the weekend happy and healthy, therefore not ruining all of the hard work that's already been completed this week. Sometimes it's not a matter of probabilities. It's a matter of risk management. I don't think I'm getting it. If it's your model for entry, doesn't that mean it has high probability of success? Absolutely not. No. Nope. That is not how probabilities work. Not at all. All right. If you want to just trade a price action pattern, that has nothing to do with probabilities, right? So, for example, are you considering the 3-day weekend that's coming up? Are you considering that it's the last day of the month? Right? Those are things that determine probabilities, not just a price action pattern on the screen, right? Other things that create probabilities, higher time frame order flow, right? Like it's very clear. It is very clear that the bears are in control today, right? We've had a very heavy move lower, right? So higher time frame order flow also impacts probabilities. Cracks in correlation, right? You didn't see me analyze any kind of SMT here, right? We're just pointing to an entry function. So a price action pattern on the screen is not enough to determine probabilities. There are other things such as time of day, right? Higher time frame order flow, cracks in correlation. So there are more than just a price action pattern on the screen. But we'll wait and see. Let's see. It's getting close to invalidation already. This thing's cutting right through the bullish unicorn like it's not even existent. Who hit their daily loss limit taking this trade? Well, I mean, if you took this trade, then you're clearly not hearing anything that I'm saying. So that's on you. Ash, are you in this trade? Or is this you just using the long tool? I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm sorry, but I just provided all of my logic, and here's your stop loss. So there you go, right? The entire idea behind this conversation was me trying to tell you that this is not a good idea to take this trade. I don't know how else to make it any more clear. The entire conversation was for the fact that risk management is more important than a price action pattern being on the screen.